All right, welcome to that Synth Show. I was talking to the missus last night, and I said if I won the Mega Millions, I'd buy these 3 synthesizers. That's like a tongue twister. And she said you'd have to win the Mega Millions to buy those 3 synthesizers. So let's go. I'm gonna show them to you. That's Synth Show, baby. All right, welcome back. So I figured I'd structure this a little different today. I'll show you the 3 synthesizers real quick for all you out there with ADHD, and then we'll look at a couple videos about these 3 synthesizers for all those long haulers, man, who can stick around. All right, so let's go. First up, let's check out how much that Mega Millions is. Right here, 875 million. It didn't go, so I had to buy another ticket now. The poor man, all you guys get one if you're in America, $875 million. And guess what? After taxes, that's about 400 million. So we can get any synth we want if we win that. Now, the first synth on my list that I would get, the KORG PS3300. Now, this one came out just at NAMM this year, got released, man, and this thing is an absolute beast. Let's have a quick look at it, because we jump over here to Sonic State. This is a legendary synthesizer from back in the day, man. It's got 3 oscillators per voice, 3 band resonators, semi-modular architecture. It's a whole lot of synth, man. And at $13,000, I gotta win the Mega Millions to get a crack at this one, you know? If we jump over here, we can get a better view of the specs. 49 keys, 49 voices, analog polyphony, 3 layers, independent oscillators, multiple filters, envelopes, amplifiers for every note, micro tuning knobs, 12 of them, new panel memory functions, 16 programs per bank, 3 band resonators, 3 frequency bands. Man, this thing is just an absolute beautiful looking thing. And I mean, come on. Mega Millions, baby, I'd win that. So that's first up on the list. Stick around, we're gonna watch a little quick demo video of that later. Next up, we got on my list right here, the Insane. This one's so crazy that I don't even know if I'd get it because of the sound. I would just get it because it looks so amazing and just to put it in the house. Well, bam! This is the one I would get right here, the Colossus. Now look at this thing, man. This is something completely out of this world. Let's check it out. We jump over here. Now, you're gonna have to win the Mega Millions to get a hold of this beast. $32,000 for the Analogue Solutions Colossus semi-modular analog synthesizer. Look at this thing. 12 VCOs, 4 waveforms, PM pulse width modulation, oscillator sync, sub-oscillators, sample and hold generators, 2 times 24 note touch keyboard. Like, this thing is crazy. And then if we look over here, they got some crazier ones. They got the double stack. I'm guessing, what's that going to be? $64,000? So, the missus told me I got to win the Mega Millions to get this, and you do too. But man, what a beautiful, beautiful looking beast. Look at this thing. Like I said, we're going to watch a video on that later too. And number 3 on the list, this one here, I wore the Canada because this is the one that I would probably want the most. And it's called the TONTO, baby. Now this thing is holed up in Toronto. It's absolutely insanely legendary. 50-year saga of the synth herd on Stevie Wonder classics. Just look at this thing, man. The original new Timbral Orchestra fueled Stevie Wonder's most legendary albums and a slew of 70s hits. And this is the TONTO. In Toronto right now in the museum. You can check it out. Obviously, Rolling Stone, we don't want your newsletter. But look, man, the reason I got into TONTO, Stevie Wonder, was that I had ideas in my head and I wanted those ideas to be heard. Stevie explained in a documentary. Over a 10-year period, from the late 60s through the 70s, TONTO was also created a bed of revolutionary sounds by the Isley Brothers, Joan Baez, the Doobie Brothers, Quincy Jones. So anyways, we're gonna watch a video on that too. So, look at it. That would take up your whole house. So I guess with the Mega Millions, I'd have to buy a house to put the TONTO in, but I think that's cool. So if we jump back, just for the recap for all you guys who are gonna take off, number 1, KORG PS3300, absolutely legendary synth. Number 2, the Colossus double stack, 64 grand, somewhere between $32,000, $64,000. And last but not least, the absolute epic TONTO. So that's my 3 picks if I won the Mega Millions. What I would get, I'd love to see down in the comments what you guys would get if you won the Mega Millions. And the fourth thing I would get, which I might do anyways, is I'd build a Behringer museum as a tribute to Lord Uli. I'd get all the Behringer synthesizers and I'd put them up in the whole studio. And maybe I'm going to start doing that. How many Behringer synthesizers are there? Maybe if I buy one a year for 12 years, I could have a Behringer studio. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But anyways, if you guys are taking off, take off. For all you samurais who are sticking around, let's check out some pretty cool videos on these synthesizers. Now, if we look right here, we got one right from Reverb. This is the KORG PS3300 full size. They released that NAMM, and man, this thing is absolutely epic. Let's just hear some sounds. Subscribe to Reverb with BAM. Like as always. Come on with that. Where's our sound here? It's playing, but we got no sound? Huh, interesting. Let's try what is going on with the sound here. Huh, let's go to another video and try the Colossus. There we go. This is the Colossus. Take a minute, soak it in. Just look at all those knobs, man. They're gigantic. We're going to check out a video about Daniel Fisher with the Tom Carpenter, I think his name is. Look at the double stack, man. This is totally insane. Crazy. Let's check this one out. Analog Solutions Colossus Slim AS2200. So this is a smaller one, not the double stack. %, smaller footprint is still a big footprint. Big footprint. Oh, come on. Just hold on a second. I also got to say, man, I'm a sucker for names of synthesizers. And you know I don't like the name the matriarch and the grandmother, but I absolutely love the name Colossus. Did I say slim? I don't think that's slim. Wow. Man, would you want something like this in your house? I would want it there just as a piece of art, because it is a piece of art. I guess I can see why this costs $32,000, man, because it is an absolute piece of art. Crazy, man. So, you know, this is, I don't know if I'd pick the Colossus or the TONTO, actually. Now that I think about it, I think I'd go with the TONTO or the Colossus, actually. Let's see if we can reload this reverb video here real quick, because that one, the volume is not working. Probably have to watch the stupid commercial. Nope. All right, let's check it out. Ah, volume's jacked. Live TV, man. Anyway, later, let's go over here to the TONTO. Now, look at the TONTO. This thing looks like it's made up of a ton of different synthesizer parts, lots of Moog parts. Let's check it out real quick. This is a longer video. We might watch it all, we might not. We'll see.
TONTO, incidentally, is the original new timbral orchestra. The original because it's the first. New timbral means new tone colors, French, and that's what the instrument produced. And
Malcolm Cecil,
because it was more than one synthesizer.
The creator of the TONTO.
The idea was that from the front, the instrument had to be playable. From the back, it had to be serviceable.
Awesome overalls.
You can't play an instrument that's 9 feet long sitting down.
First things first, awesome hair, awesome overalls.
You would need some sort of wheels on the chair. That doesn't sort of work. So we decided it was going to be a stand-up instrument. And John said, well, you know, we should make it like the inside of a dome. And we should have the panels curved.
Look at
and he
this.
actually measured my arms. And he said, you shouldn't be more than one step away from anywhere in the instrument. The problems that we had were that the instruments at the time were all unique and all different. Moog had a certain instrument way of sounding, and then the ARP came out, and that had a different sound.
So this got it's got the Moog, it's got the ARP, it's got everything you want. And you, like I said, you need a whole new house for this baby, so that's why you need the Mega Millions.
And then Tom Oberheim started building
the Oberheim's
modules,
expanders,
and they had different sounds. And with the synthesizers, particularly the different sounds, I wanted an orchestra that comprised of all different sounds. So I wouldn't endorse any one of the manufacturers, which none of them liked.
I like it. So they all wanted him to endorse it, and he was like, no, man, I'm making a synthesizer orchestra here. Let's see what Jason's got to say. Man, look at the wood casings. Like you said, he only wanted to be one step away from everything. So cool.
Let's have a closer look.
Let's go,
at
Jason.
The different instruments that actually make up TONTO as a system. Starting with the smaller wing here on the left-hand side, we have an ARP 2600. The first main wing, we have instruments made by Moog, instruments made by Surge.
Surge, Moog.
Next, in the center wing, we have custom ARP modules, here, here, and here. We have an ARP 2500 filter module.
Wow.
Custom equipment made by Surge. An Oberheim 4-voice system. And some custom equipment made by Roger Mayer. Also of note is the center section.
All right, Jason, my boy, come on. You got to be a little more fired up.
The routing for various controllers to the different instrumentation.
Let's check the cabinet design.
We had 5 bays in there. The middle bay was very narrow. That was the communication level. And then the top bay is on a horizontal level. That was where the audio would travel across the instrument from, I would call them compartments. We've got like 1, 2, 3 big bays, and then each bay has got 5 compartments.
Wow.
And there are 3 bays to a plinth, which is one section. There are 3 plinths. So we've got 9 bays, 1 through 9. And to get from one to the other, we didn't know what modules were going to go where. So we had to provide power to everyone. All 6 powers go to every compartment. So it's a bit like an apartment block.
What a beast.
Where you've got the water and the sewage and the gas and the electricity all coming in, and they're all separate.
Look at that. Fascinating.
And we put in what we call the rib cage. And the rib cage is twofold. It was first of all to hold the wiring, but it was also to provide RF screening, because when we started, this was New York City, a lot of broadcasting radio and TV stations, and that provided breakthrough. So I needed a Faraday cage, which is a system that protects.
I need a Faraday cage around my house.
You couldn't put an ARP keyboard onto a Moog, it wouldn't play. So the first thing that we decided, well, how do we keep the orchestra together? How do we conduct it? How do we make it so that all these instruments will play nicely together?
Isn't this guy an absolute legend? And I think you can go to Toronto in the museum, man, and you can check this out. National Music Museum, I think it's at.
So I designed the system, and the system was expandable engineering, the idea being that we didn't know what was coming in the future. The one thing we knew was that we needed panel space, because it was all jacks and controls. First of all, I worked out a way to convert the triggers from the Moog to...
Let's check it out.
Module is really what makes TONTO
Control center.
an expandable engineering system. This module gives us 10 control buses and essentially lets us assign any of the various controllers to these 10 buses.
Wow, man, I'm going to throw it down the links. You go check this video out. It's super cool. The Tonto's absolutely amazing. Read the Rolling Stone article if you like Rolling Stone. I'm not a huge fan, but check out that article. It's cool right here by Martin Porter, David Goggin. And then, but I want to check out one more thing with the Colossal, because Stevie Wonder. Let's check it out. Daniel Fisher, our boy.
Colossus brought to us by Tom Carpenter of Analogue Solutions. Welcome to the Sweetwater family.
Yeah, good to be here, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your start.
I've always been building stuff as a little kid, taking stuff apart and putting them together. Went to college, did music electronics and things like that. I've also got a strong passion for electronic music and music in general, how music's written. So you kind of start thinking about the artists and how they record the songs. So electronic music, therefore
Analogue Solutions, cool company, man.
Yeah, started buying a few analog synths, simple modifications, repairs, and then it kind of escalates from there to building small, modules.
And what year is this roughly?
It's over 25, 26, 27 years old. I can't remember the exact date. So yeah, start small, increase the complexity, get more ambitious till we end up where we are today.
Which
Very
is this,
ambitious,
and
brother.
What pushed you to make this?
I did a big synth once, which was about a quarter of the size, and swore I would never build another big synth. But I'm driven by design and just the need to create, so it wasn't a commercial decision. But I did get hold of a Synthy 100, a synth from the 1970s by EMS, a British synth. And yeah, I had that for a few years, and I don't know what happened, but just
I mean, it's just amazing to me when people, it just blows my mind when people like this start off just doing some small electronics work, and then they start building modules, and then somehow over the 20 years, he creates this epic synthesizer called the Colossus. Man, Tom Carpenter, you are the man, brother, and Daniel Fisher, you're the man too. So let's check out some sounds, because you guys can, I'll put it in the links, you guys can go watch it on your own. Let's go check this out first, actually.
So Tom, give me a quick walkthrough, left to right, signal flow of what all the components are.
Yeah, sure. So signal flow, yeah, it's all logically laid out left to right kind of thing. So on the far left, we've got 12 oscillators. They've each got 4 waveforms, pulse width, their own level. These fancy looking knobs here, they're called vernier dials. That's for kind of precise tuning changes. And then the bottom row, we've got 2 noise generators with pink and white noise.
Crazy.
There we've got the random voltage generator, just to give you different voltages, which you can adjust the rate of change.
Love the oscilloscope.
Sample and hold. They've pretty much everything's got its own level control as well. Oscilloscope, which is a CRT, old school tube display there. Top row here, 4 VCAs. Then we've got 2 LFOs. The oscillators can also be used as LFOs, so it's not strictly just 2, but there's 2 independent LFOs. 4 envelope shapers here. So over here we've got 8 filters. The left 4 are Oberheim
filters.
SEM style filters with high, mid and low filter types. The right 4 filters are Moog style filters, and they can self-oscillate.
Oberheim and Moog style filters.
Full envelope generators. There's a repeat function, so it can act like an LFO, and that goes up into audio range.
Nice.
And then we have 2 spring reverbs. That's real springs inside.
About how long, roughly?
It's about a foot, I guess. They're triple springs.
Okay.
So
Okay, now, and by the way, that's an awesome oscillator. Let's put that into one of the Moog type filters.
okay,
Let's do it, boys.
So I will take the oscillator out
Pin
of the
matrix.
mixer, and we will go oscillator
Genius.
1 out into low pass filter input 5. So the audio is going into filter 5. And then we need to take the output of the filter back into the mixer. So
Absolute geniuses. Like I said the other day, man, these guys make me feel like a caveman.
this is filter 5, which is X, and we're going to line it up to there. It can make you go a bit blind.
Let's go, Tommy
So,
boy. Line it up. Let's hear it.
Mixer 1, filter out 5, and then to hear it, we also need to open the VCA because each one has an amplifier.
Open her up.
So because that's a control voltage, we have filter amplifier level number 5, and then we can stick.
Let's go, boys.
Now let's
Come on.
do 2 oscillators.
That's what we came for.
Now what if I wanted to
Wow.
control both of those oscillators with a joystick?
The boys just went stereo. Hope you got your headphones on. Yes.
Now I'm going to ask for 4, and
All
we'll
right.
go into the SEM.
Let's go
this
4.
time.
Oh! Ooh.
So now we have 5 oscillators, and we only have 7 left.
Let's go 5 into the
The
Moog filter.
reverb.
Let's go. All right, I can't play too much of their video, man. Sweetwater's awesome. Danny Fisher's awesome. Tom Carpenter's awesome. And like I said, that's the 3 I buy. For everyone that's stuck around, I'm going to throw the videos down the links. You can go watch them in full yourself. Shout out to Sweetwater for doing this video. Shout out to Reverb for doing their video and I couldn't get the volume to work. And also Analogue Solutions for their videos. Absolutely epic. And just to recap, KORG PS3300. I'd get that if I won the Mega Millions. The Colossus double stack you just heard is absolutely sick. And the TONTO. But I think if I had to make my final choice, I'd go with the Colossus. I think that's the best. Anyways, that's that synth show for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the 20 minutes long form. Sorry I couldn't get the audio working, but that's the beauty of live TV, man. Sometimes it don't work. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. St. Patty's Day tomorrow. I got the live stream coming with the surprise synthesizer that one of the samurais sent. We're gonna demo it. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work. And then we're gonna do a raffle. I'll set that up somehow with a secret question that you guys answer. Same as last time. Send me an email, enter you in the raffle. We'll draw the raffle, and then I'll mail you the synthesizer. Shipping on me, baby. How's that for a deal? If you're into it, go pick up a t-shirt at the merch shop. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's go, baby, with that synth show. Sloo, sloo.